So the first ayah, إن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية. Those who have rejected from among the cohorts of the Kitab, Ahlul Kitab, those who are supposed to know better, but they have rejected. Rejected what? Rejected some of the concepts we're talking about, rejected some of the concepts that our beloved ﷺ brought through the Quran, rejected whatever parts of the guidance that was supposed to reach them. Those people became rejectors even though they believe in Allah. They believe in Allah and still kafirun. Yes, of course. The Quran describes, as we showed in the story of the Queen of Sheba, that the Quran describes her people as kafirun, but they believed in Allah because they associated and they rejected certain concepts, so they became rejectors. So kafirun, that means rejectors. الذين كفروا, those who rejected. الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب, those who are the cohorts of the message of the scripture or the scripture itself. And those who associate with Allah. What about them? Are in the fire, i.e. the man-made illumination that we talked about a little earlier. In Jahannam, I'm going to leave Jahannam as I said many times before. We're not going to get into it now. In a future segment, inshallah, we will deal with it. And I promise you, it's a very interesting concept that has not been clearly defined yet. In it, they are in their stupor, khalidina fiha, stupor, days, yes, of course, they are punished during this life, and they shall be punished when they die. Stupor of death, real stupor of death in that case. Those are the worst of those, al-bariyah, those associated with the source of constancy. So they claim to be associated with Allah, but in reality they're rejectors, they're mushrikeen. They refuse, they don't see the facts when they're presented to them. They attach themselves to their forefathers and what they read in these thick books that they claim have the full truth, etc., etc. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is warning them, you are sharrul bariyah, the worst of such people who attach themselves to Allah. In contrast, from the same surah, Surah Al-Bayyinah 98, this is ayah 7 and 8. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ أُولَٰئِكَ هُمْ خَيْرُ الْبَرِيَّةِ. Indeed, those who believe, آمَنوا, and toil on the scripture in accordance with the divine lexicon, عَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, those are the best of those associated with the source of constancy, i.e. Allah. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making clear contrast. Sharrul bariyah, the worst of such people, and khairul bariyah, the best of such people. Which one do you want to be in? Inshallah, we will all be among alladina amanu wa amilu salihat. So this is part of amilu salihat, using the lexicon, working through the verses or the ayat of the scripture in accordance with the lexicon. The next verse describes how they end up in Jannat, etc., etc. I will let you read it if you'd like to go back to that.